So let's move on to some blues licks. So here's a typical kind of a blues thing using E pentatonic minor, which is on the 12th fret. And I can provide a chord chart for this, but basically just to reiterate on the pentatonic. So it's the 12th fret E, 15th fret G with your pinky, and then the 12th fret on the A string, A, 14th fret on the A string, B, 12th fret on the D string, D, 14th fret on the D string, this is an E, so we just done an octave. Octaves. Continuing up, you get the G on the 12th fret, the A on the 14th fret, moving to the B string, that's the second string, the B on the 12th fret, the D on the 15th fret, and then lastly, this is the A on the high string, the E on the 12th fret, and the G on the 15th fret. So that's the that's E pentatonic minor, or some people will call it the blues scale minus the blues note. The blue note is really just a B flat here, the octave up here. So on that, it's the 13th fret on the A string and the 15th fret on the G string. And then down. Also, the other thing I'm doing here that's very important is your right hand doing alternate picking. So that means I'm always doing up, down, up, down. And the big rule of thumb here, and I always tell this to all my students, is when you're switching strings, if you're switching to a string that's closer to the floor, you're always going to down pick it. And if you're switching to a different string that's closer to the ceiling, in comparison to what you were doing before, you're going to up pick that. What we're really trying to do is here is be as efficient as possible in our picking. Now you'll notice when I'm going from the high notes down to the low notes, when I'm switching to a string, I'm using that rule, and so when I switch to the next string, I'm hitting it with an up pick, not a down pick. So now we're going to go to our blues lick. Now this is going to incorporate a bend. Now most people, if you don't know what a bend it is, basically what it is bending the string to make it change its pitch, its note value. So in this case, I'm doing a bend on the 14th fret, the 3rd string, which is an A, and I'm bending it, I'm making it raise in pitch to B. It's important when you do a bend to always check it. Always check to make sure you're bending. So I'm doing, most bends are two-step bend, or 2 frets, or what is called a one-step bend. So always check to make sure you're bending the correct pitch. Okay, so that's our bend. Now what I'm going to do is so I get that bend, and also you notice with my right hand, I've got it muted on, I'm just kind of resting it loosely on the low 3 strings here. So they're not ringing. And what I'm doing here is I just get my finger laid like a little bar over the top 2 strings. The B on the 2nd string on the 12th fret, and the E on the high E string, the 12th fret. And also you can see when I'm going to the bend, I'm hitting it as an up pick. And then the last thing to complete our classic blues lick is I'm going to go to the B string, the D right here on the 15th fret, pull it off to a B. So it's that's it. So bend on the A to the B, hit the B and the E, and then the D. So most classic rock riffs, this is a big loop. You just play it over and over again, typically like 4 times. Like you'll hear that in Mr. Crowley, the first solo with Randy Rhoads, except that's in a D. And he's gives something. He goes down, ascending in the that pentatonic scale, except he's in the 10th position. That song's in D. So anyways, back to ours. We're in E. And you're just going to keep on practicing that. That's going to take a while, but that's a great lick to use. So anyways, that is a standard blues lick in E minor pentatonic. Nice job, by the way.